Now we have a newest generation travel company, because if you thought that's about it, no. Tourlane is a recent travel startup, and I think they have raised a significant amount of capital recently. We're very proud to have them. Please come on stage, the newest generation, two Julians and Chistian Saller, who is also a travel veteran, no?
Hello. Hi.
What was again?
Morning.
What's the name again of your startups?
Swoodoo, Kayak.
Swoodoo, exactly, Kayak. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Great to see so many people here after all the partying last night. As Marco said, my name is Chistian Saller. I'm a general partner at Holtzbrinck Ventures. I'm running our Berlin office, and I'm proud to be here with one of my favorite teams, the two Julians from Tourlane. So I think we've known each other for 3.5 years now, and we invested in your company 3 years ago. And at that point, it was like the two of you and an intern, basically. And now, like 3 years later, you're on the main stage at NOAH, which is, I think, quite a journey. So probably most people here have already heard about you, but maybe you can give a quick introduction of what you do, what the market is you're addressing, what the vision is, and where you want to go with Tourlane.
Sure. So everyone who hasn't heard about us, Tourlane is a booking platform for customized multi-day tours. So if you want to book your next holidays to the Galapagos Island, 10 days, or to Vietnam, 3 weeks, Tourlane is the place to be. We essentially, the customer plans together with our destination experts a 100% tailor-made trip, which is highly curated, and then can book the entire trip at Tourlane, including flights, also out of one hand. We actually founded Tourlane really out of a personal need. We know each other for over 20 years, grew up in a small town in Germany called Heidelberg, so we had to travel a lot, and we felt the trips were amazing, but the booking experience and the planning before was just a nightmare. Too much information online, booking through multiple sites at places where we felt like, where should I start? And in 2016, this was really the moment when we said, okay, let's try to solve this problem and create Tourlane and the best customer experience to book these trips. And yeah, essentially we digitize a market that is today still pretty much offline. Today we are based in Berlin, have 220 employees, and operate in 6 markets across Europe.
Great. I mean, I think in the beginning the question that you guys got a lot was, it's nice to have like multi-day tours, but isn't that a niche market? So how big is the market that you're addressing?
Definitely not. I mean, we now have 5 funding rounds behind us, so we had to calculate the market sizes for multiple times. It's a 100 billion market, which is growing constantly, which is essentially driven by 2 fundamentals. One is really globalization, so people travel further away, the long-haul trips are growing. The destinations we are selling have grown 10% year over year in terms of traveler arrivals. And if you travel further away, you usually just don't lay down at the beach, but you're actually making a round trip and want to explore the destination. So that's where we stand.
You say it's enough potential there?
Yes, definitely.
Now, my understanding is that right now the market that you're addressing is dominated really by offline sort of mom-and-pop travel agencies. What's the difference from your products to what has been traditional in this market?
I mean, the problem that we are solving is how to book multi-day, very complex trips. And we do so by investing heavily in technology. We built, in the background, a platform. It's like a vertically integrated booking platform for our agents to easily put together very complex trips, always consisting of multiple components from activities, flights, transportation, accommodation, so all the different parts we bundle, and then afterwards the customer can buy this combined trip. On the customer side, we make sure that this is like a seamless online booking experience, and I mean this way we eventually combine the best out of the offline and the online world. We have the expertise, the destination expertise of our experts, and we combine this with the comfort and the speed and the usability of like an online service.
Okay. So I mean, switching gears a little bit, you said 220 employees now. It was one employee 3 years ago. So tremendous growth. What are the challenges, and how do you manage those when you have such growth?
I think, I mean, there are probably two. So first of all, definitely hiring. Growing in 3 years from 0 to 200 employees in just Berlin, one single location, is a major challenge. So we have put a very high focus on HR right from the beginning, so to make sure we have a good and also in terms of size, pretty large recruiting team in place. And in addition, also invest in initiatives such as having values earlier, creating habits that actually foster a strong culture, because we believe that hiring the people is one, but keeping them is the other. And we believe that the good people will stay only if we have a strong culture. Yeah? Plus Julian and me, we still invest almost 100% of our time in recruiting every day to make sure that, that we really hire the best people to build a world-class team. And the other topic I would say is, given the speed, is really growing on a high level of quality. Yeah? So if you're truly building a brand, you have to provide to the customers a constant high level of quality. So for us, across the company, really the Net Promoter Score is one of the most important KPIs. And we have placed it also in our office very prominently, so that everyone really sees it and also works towards it.
Cool. Now you have an impressive group of angels investing in your company. You have like founders from Airbnb, from Home2Go, from Get Your Guide, and so on. How did you get all these guys into investing in Tourlane, and what value are they actually providing?
I mean, when we so I mean, of course, all investors that came on board see the opportunity and see the market, this multi-day tour market, as probably the last travel segment that is now shifting from offline to online. Before we started Tourlane, Nate, founder of Airbnb, he gave me one advice saying, when you bring somebody on board as an investor, especially in the early days, never optimize for valuation, always go for the person and the value somebody brings in. So we made sure that we, from the start, got a lot of industry knowledge in the company. And I mean, also the Holtzbrinck investment at the beginning, I mean, was extremely crucial for us. I think for the first year, we basically bootstrapped the company. We talked to 15 investors. Everybody turned us down. So eventually, the first investment, and then also your introductions to like Trivago and Johannes, basically gave us the push, and then also the necessary to continue from there.
And I mean, then what I think created the biggest splash in sort of the German ecosystem was that Sequoia, which is sort of, I think, legendary VC, probably the best VC in the world. They had just done one investment in Germany before. They invested in you guys in December. So how was that experience? How did you convince them?
So the introduction to Sequoia, to Alfred Lin, partner at Sequoia, came actually through Johannes Reck. And this was beginning of 2018, right after we had closed our Series A. And we eventually, I mean, we stayed in very close touch. And then end of 2018, we met in San Francisco, Menlo Park. And from there, actually, it went pretty quickly. I think from the start, we had a shared vision on how Tourlane should be built in terms of customer experience, in terms of team traction. And basically, this alignment from the start was then really reason why Sequoia, but also then on us, we decided, okay, let's partner, and this has been tremendous.
Great. So I guess we're running out of time. So next question, last question? What's next for Tourlane? What's the big thing you're working on right now?
So I mean, right now we started internationalization. We are now in UK, Netherlands, and France, and the German-speaking markets. We continuously invest in tech to make the customer experience a lot better. And I guess for us, it's really about, we want to create a new trend in travel. And I mean, we see this as really global opportunity. Individual trips, multi-day tours is a global trend. And we want to basically make everybody in the world to be able to book tour lanes. Yeah.
Great. Well, best of luck to you guys. Happy to have you here and curious to see what happens next.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.